Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here, and I'm going to be going over the new additions to the British tech tree, both in terms of new aircraft and new changes to existing aircraft. And yes, that is right, this is your new golden child, the Vampire FB5. Now, let's see here. You got 4 Hispanos. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. And in addition, you have the ability to add on RP3 152mm rockets, and those are those nice little green pods sitting under the wings. So Vampire is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing this aircraft, and if you want to see gameplay of that, check the video description below, as I will have a link to some gameplay of the Vampire. And this is the only new addition to the British tech tree. And let's check out the tech tree now. So it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jets to the British. So overall, probably just a lot of jets. And the Vampire is pretty awesome. Although currently, this is the 3rd time the dev server has been up. But I believe that the flight model of the Vampire in the first 2 iterations of the dev server was based off of the flight model of the MiG-15. Now I want you to keep in mind, if you see gameplay of aircraft in the dev server, you really need to be careful. You should be looking at overall features, but you shouldn't be like seeing, oh wow, that climbs really, really well, and I should expect that specific example of a climb rate or turning time or anything in any of the gameplay until the patch comes out. You have to take these flight models with a grain of salt, because they are, or a pinch of salt, depending on how much salt you like on your jets. But yeah, there's a lot of changes that will come into play, and certain aircraft will just be based off other flight models for the fact of simplicity. That's what the dev server is about. It is about testing. So yeah, 1 new aircraft, but that is not the only new change. A lot of existing planes now have some advantages in terms of fuel choice, and we will start with the Spitfire Mark 1. You now have the it doesn't say it here exactly, it's kind of a little long, you know, it's not as crisp as some of the other ways, but basically you get, there it is in the description, 100 octane fuel. So pretty good addition for the tier 4 Spitfire Mark 1. And now we will go to the Spitfire Mark 9, and you have the option to use 150 octane fuel. Now, let's see here. We have the Spitfire Mark 16 right here, and you have the option to use 150 octane fuel as well. And finally we have the Tempest, and the Tempest also gets 150 octane fuel. So overall, pretty good new additions to the existing British fighter aircraft, both Spitfires and Tempest. Now, no new other aircraft other than that, and there are no other changes that I am aware of right now, but consider this as it is only the 3rd iteration of the dev server prior to the release of patch 1.33, that things are subject to change, and maybe we will get new additions, as we kind of saw with the dev server and the new changes in patch 1.31 and 1.29, etc., etc. So consider this new British aircraft in additions section 1, and if you want to see gameplay on the Vampire, check the video description below. I'm Baron, thanks for watching. 1 new addition, and it's just kind of pretty good overall, is that the Beaufighter and Blenheim tech tree and the Wellington tech tree has been separated. So pretty nice addition there, as far as like, if you want Beaufighters, why do you have to buy Wellingtons if you're really never going to be, you know, a heavy bomber? So that alleviates that stress of having to grind through planes that you may not play, or if alternatively, if you're a heavy bomber and you don't want to play Beaufighters, that is pretty nice addition there. So Baron, thanks for watching. So the de Havilland Vampire, looks like we don't have too many jets to really worry about. Now, some notable features. I'm going to cover some notable features before I get mixed up in this battle. So, look at this thing. Rather unique design. Now, it's visually distinct because of that twin boom design in the back there, and the engine kind of